Hey everybody, it's Ricardo, and welcome to one of the new kind of sets we made here for Today on the Spot, specifically for a Kinect demo, which is what we got going on right here. We have Sam Mullen from Sega, who's going to talk to us about Free Riders, Sonic Free Riders. Now, you've showed us the game before, but you just gave us a little taste. So talk to us about what we're seeing here, because this is basically almost done.
This is it. This is the final version. So we've had the game at E3, and we've shown it around on, it's been out here as well. But in full version, it's actually it's turned out to be an extremely full-featured game. We have 5 modes, tons of characters, tons of stages, tons of customizable parts to put on your gear. We're really happy with how it turned out.
All right, well, let's dive right in and show us something we haven't seen before. And one thing I should probably have you show the folks at home. So there's a little microphone up there, icon on the screen.
Right.
Voice command actually works in this game. Do you want to show us?
Yes, absolutely. So for example, on this screen we have a couple different modes. So you could say free race, tag race, relay race, tutorials, time attack, World Grand Prix. So,
and if you were going to hop in a World Grand Prix, what would you say?
You would say select, select. It pops right in.
Nicely done. And I take it this is kind of setting it all up?
Yep, that's what that would be.
That kind of looks like Dr. Robotnik / Eggman.
Yeah, that's the secret. You're gonna have to play the game to find out.
Right.
So here's some examples of some of the characters that we have. It's not standard, Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, classics, and then the Sonic Riders, kind of arch rivals, Jet, Wave, and Storm. There are also some other, very common characters that everyone knows and loves: Amy, Cream, Vector, and Shadow. There's also some hidden unlockable characters as well, so I'll just leave those secrets for everyone else to find out. So we've had some new gestures in. For example, you can lean forward now to speed up.
Now, were you able to punch that gate out of the way because you equipped the power?
Because I had the power part. So if I turn around like this, I'll bring my cornering part into play, which allows me to corner a little bit tighter than I would normally be able to do so.
And which power-up did you pick up?
So this one's the ring can. You shake the ring can, rings come popping out. Turn back around this way. And one of the interesting things about the power part as well is that if you can line it up correctly, you can actually punch opponents in the back of the head, which is fun.
And in terms of changing up the tricks that you do, is it the timing? Is it sort of how you jump? Because I know that you can also jump and spin.
Yeah, there's actually a couple things that kind of go into it. It's a little bit of charging, it's a little bit of jump, it's a little bit of spin. So essentially, the more you charge going into it, that'll knock up your trick level a little bit. If your timing when you're on the jump pad affects it as well, and if you do a 180 or 360, that'll affect it as well. So well, that's good.
Yeah, and one other thing I was going to point out, you're collecting rings and you're leveling up, which is kind of how it's worked in the previous Sonic Riders. How exactly does it work in this particular game?
It's essentially the same thing. As you collect rings, as you can see, my dash, my limit, and my power go up. Allows me to boost a little bit quicker, turn a little bit better, and accelerate a little faster as well as I collect rings and go through the stage. If I get hit by a weapon or fall off the map, all my rings come out and drop on the ground and have to start all over. So. I'm going to switch to another stage so I don't tire myself out on the stage there. So this time I'm going to show you guys bike gear. Everyone's seen the board gear, so let's try something new. Let's try Hang On. Classic.
Of course, for folks at home that remember that is a hallowed bike for some.
So for board gear, you stand sideways, but for bike gear, you actually stand straight facing forward. And you're going to hold your arms up in front of you, like you're holding imaginary handlebars. And you turn by rotating your arms like this. And everything else is basically the same. You still boost with your, oops, still boost with your foot like that. Got a little ahead of myself.
And so it's kind of hard to tell, but is it a case where when you pick a bike gear, the other racers using bike gears, or is it a mix?
No, it's a mix. Some characters are actually restricted to using bike gear. Yeah. Some characters actually can only use bike gear, so it kind of depends also on which character you choose.
All right, well then, that is your first look at the single-player stuff in Sonic Free Riders, but it's only the first of 2 demos. If you guys come back next week, we're going to be checking out the multiplayer options, including what you'd call a date mode, I guess.
Yeah, kind of the date mode.
All right, well, so you have that to look forward to, but until then, let's go back to the show.